In many democratic countries, new laws must go through a process of voting, review, and amendments by multiple individuals before they can be put into effect. While this process may sometimes feel slow, it is crucial for ensuring the laws are thorough and well thought out. There have been instances where poorly chosen words and laws have inadvertently banned things that were not intended to be targeted, such as computers or Christmas trees. Conversely, vague laws have accidentally legalized things that were meant to be prohibited. Fortunately, these errors are typically caught before they are enforced, benefiting law-abiding citizens and thwarting criminals. Here are 5 intriguing examples of poorly written laws that almost slipped through the cracks, along with the ridiculous consequences that could have ensued if they had gone unnoticed. Number 5. Akron, Ohio once banned a beloved Christmas tree. Since 1931, every Christmas season, the executives of First National Bank in Akron, Ohio, would go on a trip to find the perfect Christmas tree for their lobby. The tree could be as tall as 35 feet, and the employees would spend the next few days decorating it with lights and ornaments. It became a beloved festive decoration in the city, even advertised by the bank. Visitors were greeted by Santa Claus and singers when they came to see it. However, in 1954, the chief fire warden surprised everyone by refusing to issue a permit for the tree display. He cited a city council measure that prohibited trees from being used as decorations in windows or public spaces. When the council was made aware of this, they were mostly understanding. The council president didn't want to be seen as anti-Christmas, so a week later they passed an amendment removing trees from the list of banned decoration materials. Number 4. Texas might have once banned marriage. It took nearly 5 years for someone to notice a supposed mistake in a 2005 amendment to the Texas Constitution. The amendment was meant to prohibit gay marriage, but the wording ended up banning any legal status similar to marriage. This meant that Texas had unintentionally banned all marriages, not just same-sex ones. Barbara Ann Ranowski, who was running for Texas Attorney General at the time, pointed out this error. However, some supporters of the Attorney General who had proposed the amendment dismissed her claim, arguing that the intention was clear. Ranowski, on the other hand, believed that the language used did not allow for any interpretation according to her. When the language is clear, courts should not consider the intent behind it. She warned that this mistake could lead to significant problems. However, nothing was done about it until the ban on gay marriage was overturned in 2015. Number 3. Halifax, Nova Scotia accidentally banned bees. Bees play a crucial role in sustaining life on our planet. They not only produce honey, royal jelly, and beeswax, but they are also essential for pollinating plants, which in turn supports a significant portion of the world's food production. The significance of bees has been acknowledged for centuries, with various religions incorporating sacred passages about them. Back in 2016, a different text that mentioned bees was Bylaw 700 in Halifax, Nova Scotia. However, this text did not emphasize the importance of bees as pollinators. In fact, it unintentionally prohibited managed bees from pollinating plants beyond their owner's property, unless they were harnessed and kept on a leash. The peculiar measures that beekeepers had to take to comply with the bylaw stem from its wording. Number 2. Florida might have banned all computers and smartphones. In order to enforce a bill that was passed in Florida in 2013, the authorities would have potentially needed to prosecute every single person in the state. The purpose of this bill was to put a stop to illegal gambling, which became a major concern after it was discovered that gambling centers were disguising themselves as internet cafes. The individuals operating these cafes took advantage of the fact that the existing gambling laws only focused on slot machines, not computers and the internet, once their activities were exposed. Florida legislators attempted to update the definition of a slot machine. However, in their haste to respond to the scandal, they ended up with a lengthy and convoluted new definition. A subsequent lawsuit claimed that this definition encompassed any device that could be used to play an illegal game on the internet. Unbeknownst to them, this included phones and laptops. Furthermore, the bill presumed the guilt of the owners of such devices, placing the burden on them to prove that their device was not being used as a slot machine. Number 1. Hard drugs were legal in Ireland for 24 hours. From the 10th to the 11th of March 2015, the Republic of Ireland made a surprising move by temporarily legalizing a range of serious psychoactive drugs. These included MDMA, Valium, ketamine, and magic mushrooms. But don't worry, it wasn't some crazy experiment inspired by the Purge movie. The reason behind this 24-hour legalization was to allow the government's emergency legislation to kick in and make these drugs illegal again, you see. The previous ban on these drugs was declared unconstitutional by the Irish Court of Appeals, as the 1977 Misuse of Drugs Act had been amended without consulting the Irish Parliament. The government was well prepared for this decision and had an emergency amendment ready to be implemented. However, according to Irish law, it could only take effect the day after it was signed. So for those 24 hours, the possession of these drugs was technically legal. But the real challenge wasn't the potential chaos during that time. It was the implications it had on past convictions. This decision raised serious questions about the validity of those convictions.